In this video I will do a review of game week 36 and I will start with the goalkeeper, Robin Roos. Robin Roos had a very good game against Manchester United and he had 6 points, so a clean sheet. I was happy with that, and clean sheet. Now we go to the defenders, then we see that Gabriel had a clean sheet and he has also a man of the match and also had defensive contributions. Yeah, with Gabriel he has a goal threat, goal or an assist, but also clean sheets, you can defensive contributions, bonus points. Again he had 11 points. Now Virgil van Dijk had only 2 points, conceded 1 goal against Chelsea. Matt Cass had 1 point for Aston Villa. Disappointing against Burnley, only 2-2. En Van Hekken did well for Brighton. I transferred him in, but he did very well for Brighton. And he had 6 points, he had a clean sheet, so that was good. So I think the defense did good, 26 points for the defense, 5 players, which is pretty good. Now, if you go to the midfielders, then you see now that Declan Rice had 3 points, the clean sheet, but no goal or an assist. Now Semenyo had 2 matches to play and he had 1 goal and 1 bonus point. In total he had 12 points, but he had 2 matches. But at least he made a goal, and I was happy with that, and 1 bonus point. So in total he had 12 points. Ryan Cherky was a bit of a problem because he was substituted against Brentford before the hour mark, and against Crystal Palace he didn't start. So it was a bit disappointing. He only played, I think he only played maybe 80 minutes in 2 matches. So it was a bit disappointing. But he had an assist against Crystal Palace. In total he had 5 points, but it was a bit disappointing. I expected more from him, but he only played 80 minutes. It's not his fault. Nothing you could do about that. Now Bruno Fernandes this time he didn't have a goal or an assist. It was 0-0. That was a bit like, okay, that was it. Nothing going on there. So the 4 midfielders gave me 23 points. But Semenyo did very well with 12 points. Now front we had Erling Haaland. Yeah, he played against Brentford. He had a goal, and he had an assist, and he had bonus points, 2 bonus points, 11 points. It was a triple captain, so that was going very, very well. Then all of a sudden he didn't start against Crystal Palace. No minutes against Crystal Palace. Was a bit disappointing. But even then I had 33 points for my triple captain, so it was not too bad. But I expected him to play against Crystal Palace. It was a bit disappointing, but in total 33 points. Calvert-Lewin made a goal for Leeds United against Tottenham Hotspur from a penalty. And he had 1 bonus point, so he had 7 points in total. So the 2 forwards did very well, 40 points in total. If you look at the 2 forwards, they made the difference, they made 40 points. Now I also had some players on the bench. Dubravka from Burnley had 0 points. Pedro had 2 points. But Enzo Fernandez, he made a goal and he had 8 points. But he was on the bench, so I couldn't use him. Joachim Andersson had a red card for Fulham and he got -2 against Bournemouth. He had -2. But in total I had 89 points, which is a good score. Average was 65. I was 24 points above average. A little bit unlucky with the triple captain, I think, but I think that the ranking now is 149,000. I was 171,000, 149,000. My goal is to end in the top 100,000. I still have a good chance to finish in the top 100,000. But I think the difference between me and 100,000 is about 20 points, so it will be a little bit difficult. But I still have a chance to finish in the top 100,000. The difference is about 20 points. Game week 37 will be a normal game week. If you look ahead at game week 37, a normal game week. Only 2 matches will be played on Tuesday and 1 on Monday. Dus, because Chelsea City will be the FA Cup final. So they will play on Tuesday their matches against City plays against Bournemouth and Chelsea plays against Tottenham Hotspur. But that will be played on Tuesday. But game week 37 will be a normal game week, not a double, not a blank game week, and 38 will be a normal game week too. So we still have 2 game weeks to go, normal game weeks. Nothing spectacular going on there. 20 matches to go. This was the end of the video. I did a review of my team from game week 36. In the next video, which will be tomorrow, I will talk about my final team for game week 37. Keep in mind that the deadline is tomorrow, Friday at 6:30. So the deadline is tomorrow 6:30. Because the match between Aston Villa and Liverpool will be played Friday evening 8 o'clock.